and welcome to our new grammar lesson, action and linking verbs. By the end of this lesson, you should be able to. So let's look first at the definition of a verb. A verb is the main word in the predicate of a sentence. Of course, you know that a sentence has subject and predicate. The predicate starts from the verb till the end of the sentence. This is the complete predicate. So the verb is the main word in the predicate. The verb tells what the subject of the sentence is or does. So this is our lesson today. If the verb tells what the subject is, so the verb is a linking verb. And if the verb tells what the subject does, means the action that the subject does, so it's an action verb. So let's look at what is an action verb. An action verb tells what the subject does. Okay, so let's look at an example. The class watched a video about dinosaurs fossils. Okay, so let's look here. Yeah, there should be yeah, a possessive. Yes, dinosaurs fossils. Okay, so where is the verb here? What did the class do? They or the class watched a video. So this is the verb. What is it? Does it tell an action? Watched. Yes, so this is an action verb. Now what is a linking verb? A linking verb links or joins the subject with a word or words in the predicate that tell what the subject is or is like. What the subject is or is like. So it describes the subject. So what is the word? What do we call the word that describes something or a noun? We call it an adjective. So usually you're gonna find yes. So linking verbs are forms of be. What are the forms of be? Am, is, are in the present, was and were in the past. So if you see any of these 5 verbs, these are your very famous 5 linking verbs. Of course you know them very well. Yes, and now we have some other linking verbs. What are they? These might be, sometimes they are used as action, sometimes they are used as linking verbs. Become, seem, appear, feel, taste, smell, and look can be linking verbs. So please memorize them, the 5 linking verbs of the forms of to be, and the other 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the other 7 linking verbs that could be sometimes linking and sometimes action verbs. Yeah, and here this is an example. The sky becomes cloudy. Now what is the verb? It is becomes. So now how do I know whether this becomes is an action or a linking verb? So simply I can change it with one of the basic 5s. Okay, so can I put is here? The sky is cloudy. Does it make sense? Yes. Is it the same meaning? Yeah, nearly the same meaning. So becomes here is a linking verb. Very well. Action verbs. Now these are 2 examples from your book. Here, action verbs. Grandma scrubs the wooden floor. Scrubs like cleans. We pump water. So we have scrubs. This is an action. Very obvious. And pump is another action. Okay, what about the linking verbs? The bread smells wonderful. So I have here smells, which is a linking verb. How do I know it's a linking verb? If I can change it with one of the to be verbs. Is, for example, the bread is wonderful. Yes, makes sense. Okay, and now here he is hungry. Now this is the very famous linking verb. Yeah, very well. So let's look here at something new, a predicate nominative. So what is a predicate nominative? This is the word is a noun or a pronoun that follows a linking verb and identifies or explains the subject. So it's also a noun, but it modifies or identifies the subject. Sarah's brother was the leader on his team. So here the word leader identifies the brother, and here I have an action and a linking verb, very obvious one. So leader here is called a predicate nominative. Predicate nominative. So what is a predicate nominative? It's the noun or the pronoun after the linking verb in the sentence, and it identifies the subject or explains the subject. So let's look at some exercises. Write A if the underlined word is an action verb, and write L if the underlined word is a linking verb, and write PN if the underlined word is a predicate nominative. So the first one, the apples were crunchy. Here were is one of the five verbs, five forms of verb to be. Am is, are, was, and were. So it's a linking verb. Number two, we serve the bread with fresh butter. So we look at serve. Does it tell an action? Yeah. Does it tell what the subject the subject here, the subject does? Yes. Is it one of the 5 or 7 verbs, linking verbs that we have learned? No. So I have here an action verb. Number 3, Erica is their neighbor. So now I have here neighbor is a noun. It's not a verb at all. So I have to look at the predicate nominative. Is there a linking verb? It must be a linking verb. Yes. So it identifies Erica as the neighbor. So we have a predicate nominative. And number 4, hot coals heat the iron. Here heat is a verb. Does it tell an action? Yes, of course. Is it one of the linking verbs? No, so it's an action verb. Number 5, Erica became impatient with the boys. Okay, there must be a period at the end. Erica became. Here I have to think of the verb became. Is it a linking or an action verb? Okay, so first of all, I can change it with was and reread the sentence and see if it makes sense. Erica was impatient with the boys. Yes, it makes sense. It has a meaning. So this is a linking verb. Now underline the action verb and circle each linking verb. So the linking verb, circle it, and the action verb, underline. Okay, so number 6, we passed the hot bread around the table. So passed is the verb. Now what is it? Action or linking? Yes, it's an action verb. Here number 7, Matthew is hungry and the supper smells delicious. I have here 2 verbs, is and smells. Here is a linking verb, very obvious. What about smells? Smells is one of the verbs that we should test first. Supper smells delicious. Can I say supper is delicious? Yes. So smells is a linking verb, and is also. Number 8, farmers used every part of the corn plant. So I have here, where is the verb? Yes, used. What is used? Action or linking? Yes, a linking verb. Amy feels sad about the death of the chicken. So feels is the verb. What is it? Can I change it with is because it's in the present? Feels is in the present. So Amy is sad about the death. So I have here another linking verb. Number 8, Jay feels the hot sun on his face. Can I change feels here with is also like the previous example? Jay is the hot sun on his face. Can I say Jay is the hot sun? No, so I cannot say this. So feel here is an action verb. So let's consider here the rest of the sentences. Number 11, Erica was ready for her chores. Now I guess that was is very obvious as a linking verb. The boys worked steadily until sunset. I have worked is the verb. Now what is it? Linking or action? Yes, a linking verb. Number 13, the stranger at the farm looked suspicious. So I have here, this is the linking verb. So this is the verb looked. Can I change it with were or the form looked so was? Yes, can I change it with was? Let's us read the sentence again. The stranger at the farm was suspicious. Does it make sense? Was suspicious? Yes, so this is a linking verb. Okay, number 14, the oven seemed hot enough, so Sarah shoved the bread in. So I have here two verbs because I have a complex sentence. The oven seemed, so seemed here. Can I change it with was because it's in the past? The oven was hot enough. Does it make sense? The oven was hot enough. Yes, so, oh, sorry. So seemed is a linking verb, and shoved, of course, is not of these verbs that we memorize. So shoved is an action verb. So thank you for now, and if you have any questions, please post them in the discussion room or email me and tell me in the VCR. Thank you so much, and see you.